Been meaning to make this video. Today we're going to be talking about gay bottoms. So for those who don't know, in homosexual encounters you have the top. They're the penetrator. They're the one who put their thing inside of somebody. And then you traditionally have the bottom. The bottom. Now they receive, you get it. I've noticed over the years that it seems that bottoms are super easy, super casual, very loose with their body, they don't really care about their temple. They just be bent over, ready to pass it out to everybody. And here's the thing. There was a time back in the day when everything was more taboo and shadowy and in the secret, and you had to go behind a back alleyway and just take whatever genital you could find. That's not the time anymore. Now we live in a day and age where things are legalized, things are more accepted, things are still scrutinized, but they're more accepted. We are in a different era now. However, the bottoms are not moving like we're in a different era. They're moving like worse than ever before, actually, if you ask me. Now, if you're asking what I categorize myself, I don't. Now, but if I was to categorize myself with you human beings, I guess you could call me versatile if you really wanted to label me. I'm versatile in multiple facets of life, not just sexual positions. I don't label myself with a sexual position because I'm not a sexual position and I'm not a sexuality. I'm just a human being experiencing life. Here's why this matters. Bottoms are supposed to be the gatekeepers of penetrative sex in the gay community. And here's the thing. A lot of bottoms actually do discuss heteronormativity and stuff like that, and they would like that in the relationship. Like, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of bottoms like that. They like heteronormativity, and that's fine. I don't see there being a problem with that. And the reason I don't see there being a problem with that is because I do believe the homosexual community and the heterosexual community can both learn from each other. One is too restrictive, the heterosexuals. One is too free, the homosexuals. One thing I could say about women is they will help motivate a man to do better in their life. But in the homosexual community, most people don't require a relationship for sex. And I don't just mean a relationship. I mean, they don't even require two words. Now, it's one thing for hookup culture in the heterosexual community. I get it. There is lots of hookup culture in the heterosexual community, for sure. I'm bisexual. I could tell you about it. However, they at least exchange a few words before. There's at least a little vibe being caught. You know what I'm saying? You gotta at least play the game a small amount. The homosexual world, these people be just bent over, ready to go, just taking loads. Bent over, just ready to accept people. There are plenty of guys with standards. However, the overarching feeling I get with the homosexual community is sex being super easy to get. This is a problem because it makes relationships almost irrelevant if you just have sex with anybody casually. I think a lot of bottoms, especially if you identify as a full bottom. Now, me, I guess you want to get into the categories, they'll consider me a verse top. Like, I'm more so, I like to top, especially in a casual situation. Like, if it's just going to be casual, fine. Why the hell would I bottom for you? Like, I tend to only bottom for money purposes or for a relationship. And normally the people I like to be in relationships with, they're people who, in my opinion, for lack of a better word, deserve my butt. They deserve it versus just like, oh, I think you're cute, let me just let you fuck me. Like, or, oh, you made me laugh, let me just let you fuck me. And my thing is, there's like a whole preparation that goes into taking anal sex. Like, there's a whole prep part. So how are you just prepping and then you let somebody inside you and then it's kind of like, oh, anyways, on to the next, or like, who's coming next to fill me after?
You know, it's kind of like, I get it. It does take all that work to prep. And then it's kind of like, well, since it took all that work to prepare, let me get like two more guys, or I'm being generous when I say two more. It's more like, let me get like four more guys, five more. I'm being so generous, but let me get some more guys, see who wants to come over until I'm freaking tapped out. Gay bottoms should be setting a certain standard if they want men to act a certain way. They're just so easy and loose with it. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And then when I explain this to people, they're like, "Ooh, what are you trying to say? Like, we're all men, we're all guys and stuff like that." And I'm just like, "Yeah, we are, but there's definitely a difference between penetrating somebody and being penetrated." I get it. There's no woman in the relationship. However, you are still taking that submissive role. So you still are the one. Without bottoms, there is no penetrative sex. So there's that.
We need to start pushing for more bottoms to be more,
I don't know, classy based, for lack of a better term. Like, have some standards other than like, oh wow, they're handsome. Or no, this is the even better one. This is the main one for them. They're like, oh, he's so masculine. Like, all you have to do is be like a little masculine and they'll just like be ready. It's crazy. Now, will they do that with the feminines? No, but you just have to be a little masculine. You can pretend to be masculine, like, or whatever they deem as masculine. And honestly, a lot of the times it's speaking less. You can just do that and then be like, ready. I'm just like, super easy for tops to penetrate bottoms. So why would they want to develop a relationship? I just don't get that. Yeah, so this is my fun video topic for the day. I think a lot more bottoms should hold a certain standard, and that will start having the shift that the homosexual community can use. Because right now, you do have those gems of people where they do have these great relationships, but a lot of people with the easy access of sexual intercourse and the bottoms not having standards, their standards being as low as, I guess, any other man's, it doesn't help. You know, it doesn't help their cause. I'm trying to help the full bottoms out there, you know, because I know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? And for me, when I get penetrated, I'm an emotional guy. I can't really just get penetrated by everybody. When I do my work online and stuff like that, there's not really any emotion into it. But when somebody penetrates me, I always feel something. I always feel like more vulnerable. So I don't know how you have these guys who just, I don't know if they numb themselves internally. They need some therapy. Something's got to change though.